Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another VW show. This week has gone really quick. For some reason, I don't know why. It seemed like yesterday we were doing the camper. So, yeah, I hope you're all well. It's Friday. I hope you enjoy your weekend. We are going to be doing some VW, and I'm going to treat you with 2 issues. So I've got quite a few backed up. So I say quite a few, but more than 4 for the rest of the month. So I thought we'd do 2 tonight because 92 is relatively short. So and we've got some quite exciting stuff to do in 93. So let's go for 2 issues. Then we go through some of the chat. So we've got Mark's Mod saying hello, everyone. Hi, Mark. How are you? Thanks for joining. Ian says hi to all. Oh, just a side note, I watched your Camper 80 last night, and yeah, on them hinges, really frustrating. And then I feel you when you're trying to put the window in, you have this moment where you're like, what's going on? Because the hinges are all back to front and upside down, and they work in a certain way. You really have to think about which way they go in. But yeah, you did a great job. Ian says hi to all. Ian says hi to Mark. Ian says good luck, Alex. Thank you, Ian. Thank you very much. Mark says hi to Ian. Dave Matt Builds says good evening, everyone. Good luck with your build, Alex. Have a great stream. Thank you, Dave Matt. I was just watching your VW on the telly. I'm up to, I think it was stage 2 on your camper. You were gluing seats together. And I was going to say, I haven't watched it. I had to turn it off because obviously I'm streaming. It's interesting to see if your kit was the same as mine. So obviously my kit is very similar to yours, except yours is the Samba camper, mine is the flower power. One of the seats, I think it's the one with the longer seat and then the smaller one. There's like 2 pins at the bottom of the seat, but there's no holes for it to go into the actual, into the bottom of the other seat, if that makes sense. Did you have the same thing? Because I'm guessing it's the same moulding. I ended up cutting the pins off, I think, and then I just tried to glue it on and balance it on. But yeah, I'm wondering if yours had the same thing. I meant to ask. Dave Matt says good evening to Mark and Ian. Mark says good evening, Dave Matt. Ian says hi to Dave Matt. Mark's Mod says thanks, Horlixs. No worries. Yeah, enjoyed that. And Dave Matt says, yeah, the same thing. Cut the pins off. Yeah, that's exactly what I did, Dave. It's the only thing I found wrong with it so far. But I'm not. I mean, you're going to overtake me for sure because I only do mine on the VW. I mean, on the MCCUK. So all I've done, as this is a camper show, all I've done so far, as you've probably seen, is I've cut the pins off. 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 because I've glued that together. The wheels aren't even glued on yet. I've done mine the colours at the mag. You can tell that that seat had a problem because it doesn't sit right. But I'm not bothered because someone could have had it reclined slightly. So that's as far as I've got. You're going to quickly overtake me, I'm assuming. And the only other thing I have done is I've got the airbrush out on the last show, didn't I? And I was spraying the side panels. So yeah, liking them. I can't wait to get a gloss coat on them. That's as far as I've got. So I think you're going to have yours done before I've even done that. Anyway, to the show. Dave Matt says, yeah, it's a nice little build. Yeah, it is. Yeah, really good. And I'm glad you painted you did I don't know how you finished it. I'll watch a video, obviously, catch up. But it's interesting how you painted your front bumper with the chrome silver. I've got some of that. And it looked really nice, but I'm probably going to end up doing a similar thing. But I don't know, those that you know airbrushes, can you put metallic paint through an airbrush? I'm guessing you can, but there's obviously very small bits in there, isn't there? Like the shimmer or whatever is in there. Does that clog up the needle? Go for it says hello. Hi, go for it. How are you? Stephen says hi, Alex. Stephen says hi, everyone in chat. And Dave Matt says hi, go for it. And Stephen. Right, so let me bring you down to the bench. So we're going to be doing 92 of this lovely camper van. So quite a few parts. I've already opened the packet. And we'll check this off. We're not going to need all of this in this issue either. So we've got 92.1, which is the right door upper frame. I'm not going to get it out, but it's this cream part here. And that's metal. We've got the fuel flap, which is there. Lower right side trim is the longer one. And then we've got the upper trim, which is this slightly shorter one. We've got the hinge, which is 92.5, which is in there. And it's labelled F. We've got pins, which are in there. And we've got a bit of tape on there. And then we've got a selection of screws. We've got BPO1, BPO3, we've got BDO4, yep, and BDO8. There we go. 4 lots of screws. And that's all we're going to be needing today. So I'm going to get these out because I know what's coming. We're going to want the trims, which is great. So we're going to be able to get some of the detail on the side. We're going to need the fuel flap. And that is plastic. And I believe we're not going to need the rest of this in this issue, and probably some screws. So I'm going to put that to one side, but we will need this in issue 93 we're going to do. Okay, so we are going to need the camper over, or the Samba bus. And what we've done so far. I'm actually going to turn this round because we're going to be working over with the fuel cap first. So we're going to install the fuel cap or the fuel flap into the hinge on the back of the right side in the hole that provides access to the fuel tank. Secure the hatch to the hinge with 2 BPO3 screws. So let's get the screws organised. BPO3. So I was a bit worried about this because the hinge looked slightly off, but we will soon find out. So that's going to go in there. I'm going to sit that in the recess and then we'll screw this up. Okay, that seems good. Okay. With that being on, it doesn't open all the way. Now, I don't know if that's normal or not. Let me just do some of them screws. Sorry, I'm off camera. I was just trying to play with that. So that is done. That is done. However, it only opens to there because of the way it is. It's a little bit skew-if. And I know that is because of the hinge. So, as I'm not happy with that, let's try and adjust this now, live. So what I'm thinking is if I undo them two screws slightly, we can line this up. And then retighten them. Okay, that's better. Perfect. It's the best I'm going to get it. So, what I did for that, just in case you have the same, and it's how I do a lot of these part works and things. The two screws here on the hinge on the bodywork, just loosen them off. This gives you normally a little bit of wiggle room. Hold it in place and then retighten them. And I had a similar thing with the, I think it was the DeLorean, and some other builds as well. So that's the first step done. So next we're going to fit the upper right side trim into the holes indicated at the bottom of the windows. Carefully examine and position the trim so that the posts fit correctly in the holes. So that tells me that they are going to only fit one way. And this is so fragile to be spinning round left and right and all sorts, but I'm going to move you, sort of save moving this. So this is going to fit. The trim is going to go under this window. So let me just try it this way. And it doesn't fit. So let me try the other way. Does it fit? Does it not? It's like Cinderella's slipper. Sort of. It's not the greatest. Try it this way again. It's definitely not that way. Hmm. And that isn't a great fit, if I'm honest. And I'm wondering if I can actually get this back out or whether that's it now. Just might be able to wiggle it out. Something is not right. A little bit of flash on there, but that's gone. Well, it's definitely not that way. No. We don't often have problems. I'm not happy with the fit. So I'm going to just have a look. Right, so there's no blockage in there. The problem I'm having, that is definitely not that way, because you can see the holes don't line up. It's definitely this way. The issue I'm having is this side sits too proud, and so does this side. So to fix that, the only thing I can think of is just sanding down this post ever so slightly. Not too much, but just enough to allow them to sit in a little bit closer. And I thought this would be a quick issue. I was wrong. I'm just sanding down a little bit more and then test fit. Okay, I think we're there that side. It's this side here I've got a problem with. And I don't know if you'll be able to pick this up on camera. You can certainly see the light. You see it bows outwards. I'm just trying to shape it a bit. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's sitting more flush now. Oh, someone's upset outside. Right, okay, so that did take a little bit of work and a little bit of sanding, but I'm happy with that now. So let's swing this round, and then we can secure that with 4 screws. So let's see what screws we are needing. BPO3, which are the ones that we've already got out. That's one. Two. Three. And then 4 on the end. Right. Yes, that's good. I'm happy with that. That's sitting nicely. So we've now got some trim just under the windows there. That's nice and smooth. So the next job for this is, hey, fit the lower right side trim in the holes indicated in the lower body. Note that the trim can also only be installed one way to ensure a correct fit. So there's a lot of spinning this thing round, and the desk isn't big enough. I might have to just pop this up somehow without breaking anything. And then our trim is going to go along the bottom here. So I'm just going to eye this up and see which way that looks to be correct way round. So let me try it this way. Right, yeah. It fits that way. It also fits. It would actually fit this way if you forced it. Thing is, it looks odd because the trim hangs off the back here. So there is our trim fitted, and I've got no issues to report with that. It fits nicely. And then we're going to use 4 BP01 screws for that. BP01 screws. Right, so let me just catch up. Right, let me just turn this round. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last one's the very end here. So let me go through a little bit of chat. Stephen says hi to Dave Builds. Dave Max says hi, go for it. And Stephen, Dave Max says I hand painted the silver and chrome on the bumpers and the rails inside the bus. Yeah, cool. Mine were white, my seat tops. Go for it says hi to Mark and Dave and Ian. Mark says hi, go for it. Ian says hi, Steve. Go for it painting. Stephen says hi to Ian. Stephen says hi to Mark. Ian says, Soz, I mean Stephen. Mark says hi to Stephen. David Bassett says, good evening, Alex Horlixs on in chat. Hi, David. How are you? Hope you're well. Matt Builds says, good evening, David B. And David Bassett says, evening, Ian Campbell, David Matt Builds, and Mark's Mods. And David Bassett says, hi, Go For It Painting, and Stephen. Lovely. Right. Now, these screws are actually really small. I might even have to crack out the yellow one. Wowzer. Okay, this is a bit awkward. Do I have an issue? Yeah, no, that's fine. There was just a bit, I think there was a bit of paint in there, stopping that going through. Let's try that again. Now I've cleared that. Yeah. I'm going to try the pH 00 instead of that 000. Yeah, that's all good. And then the last one. Not going to lie, these screws are tiny and very fragile. They don't want to, you have to sort of hold them in the right place whilst turning. Perfect. So, let's have another little spin round and see how we're looking. Is that flush? Yes, it is. Whee! So there we go. That's a little bit of trim we've got installed on there. Give it some bling. That's tight. Perfect. Yeah, happy with that. So, with that being done, that would have been the end of this issue. So, the last step is to carefully identify and store the parts received, which will be used for a later session. And this is the view of the body with the fuel flap and right side chrome trim fitted. So we've got the flap in, and we've got the trims. Okay. Let us grab out issue 93. Okay, so in this issue, parts included, we've got the left side window frame. Now, spoiler alert, there we go. We don't actually need this in this issue, so this is going to be on the other side. It's going to fit on the other side, but that's the a lot of windows there. Oh no, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 windows, and I wonder how many of them actually open. I think we can tell actually. Let me just have a look in here. I think that's going to be a clip on. That'll open. 1, 2, oh, I think 3. Yeah, we're going to have 3 that open, because the one that doesn't open, you've got the 4 lugs that clip in. Sorry, it's so overexposed and bright. I don't know what's going on with my camera recently. We've got the 4 tabs like we had on this window. And then these 3, I believe, are going to open. So we're going to have 3 more windows with hinges and pins to do. But we don't need this at this stage. So this can go away till next week. But what we are going to be doing is retrieving the parts from last issue that we've got here in the tray. We're also going to need a door, because we might be fitting a door. No, we are. So, yeah, we're going to need to get the door, which we've got, and then all of these parts in this tray. So step B is to place the hinge into the indicated housing on the right door upper frame. Right, let me spin this back round. Yeah. So I've got a bit of space here to work on. We're going to have to spin that back round again shortly. So we're going to take out the frame and the hinge. And we're going to secure the hinge into place. So we just get this in the correct orientation. It's going to fit in like that with the F facing outwards, I believe. Yes. So we're going to look like that. And we're going to secure that in with 2 BD08 screws. Just got 1 spare there, so I'm just going to put that away. Now we're going into metal, so I'm going to get the some oil on the tip. And I'm sure everyone knows, but all you do is you put the tiniest amount just on the end of the thread. You don't need to drop the screw in there, roll it around, and all that nonsense. But I think everyone knows that. Right, so that's one started. And I'm going to put the other one in. No. Perfect. So that's started off, and now you can just tighten those up. I'm not going to go too mad on these because as long as they're held into position. Okay, there we have our hinge fitted. And it doesn't wobble, so that's good for me. Next, we are going to place the upper door frame onto the indent of the body indicated with an arrow in the picture. Okay. Right, we're actually going to screw it in from this side, so the bus can stay this side. And I'll show you from this angle. So the frame's going to go here. So the indent is going to go like that. Let me open the door. Might make things a little bit easier. Yes, it does. So it's going to fit in the indent. It can only go one way. And then we're going to secure that into place with 2 BD04 screws, which are the last pack of screws we have. We've only got 2 of them. So I'll take those out and then we can put them in. Now this is going to be a little bit more tricky because you haven't got much leverage. So we'll see how we get on. Again, I'm going to use a little bit of oil on these. And we can offer that up and see if, yes, we do. See if we line up. So that's that one. Going to put the other one in. Now I'm going to have to adjust my angle so I can get a good purchase. Oh, just going to get a good purchase on the screws. Might open the other door as well. So I'm getting the arm in. Come on. I'm going to try and finish them off with the Oreo, just because I can get a bit more of a bite on those screws with a bigger handle. There we go. Okay, it doesn't seem too bad. The door's still really out, you can tell. But that's just half the frame. I mean, none of this is sitting quite right yet. So that's our frame installed. Okay, next we are going to fit the right side door by marrying up the hinges with those of the body. So we're going to have to turn this back round, shut this door. Okay, spot the difference. Have I done that wrong? I think I've done that wrong in a previous issue. We've got the hinge facing inwards there and the hinge facing outwards up here. I think I've put this on the wrong way. Now, was that me? Or was it the mag? Because there has been a few mistakes in the magazine up to now. But it's not a problem. We can easily rectify that. There you go. Problem with the hinges? No. Of course we haven't. Stephen says hi to David Bassett. Mark's Mod says hi to David. David says it's coming on nicely, Alex, but how small are those screws? Yeah, what do you mean, the little silver BPO ones? They are tiny and really fragile going into this plastic. David says, baby wearer to the rescue. Yeah. Go for it, says hi to David. Yes, says, how do? So been busy? No worries, Dave. No problem at all. Not an issue. Dave Matt says hi to Sir Dave. Ron says, hi, Horlixs on chat. Hi, Ron. How are you? Thank you for joining. And Dave Matt says, hi, Ron. Hope you're well. Lovely. Thank you. Right, so I fixed this error. Now, I don't know whether I did that wrong, or the mag was wrong, but it's neither here nor there. It's going into metal, so it shouldn't be a problem to change that. So the next job then is to get our door, and we're going to line up our door with the hinges and just pray. Okay. Okay. Bit touch and go, but they seem to have lined up now. We'll soon find out when we actually pin the door. So fit one of the pins into the upper hinge, ensuring that the groove part is on the top. So yeah, push it fully into place with the pliers. So yeah, it's difficult. At the moment, It seems like things are quite a fairly bad fit. And I'm still not happy with that door. I mean, look at it. You can see the gap on this side. So that's that in. I'm not going to actually ply that in because I want to make sure this door works, because it's a really awkward. It didn't feel natural. I'm going to put the other pin in the bottom. And hopefully test the door. Okay, that's okay, I think. So let me just carefully squeeze them pins home. Again, not the greatest fit on the door. It's pulling this hinge. Yeah, that's good. Easily fix that one, because you can actually see the movement in the hinge, unlike these ones. I don't know how to adjust the front ones yet, but it seems okay now, so I'm happy with that. So there we go. Phew, God, let's put a sweat on this one. Then obviously we can open our window here, and that is what we are looking like. Yeah, perfect. As I say, it's just this door. And I'm not quite sure yet how I would adjust those hinges to adjust that. But again, I am going to wait until it's complete, because you say the frame's still a bit rattly. Just doing that moves the door in a bit. But once it's all, secure, we can then look at adjusting hinges here, there, and everywhere. And if need be, I mean, for example, in here, provided it doesn't get covered up too much, you've still got access to the screws, and you just about get to the screws there as well. So I could remove these hinges if need be. I think the problem with in fact, I'm wondering if that's our issue. Let me just pop that back in. No, I don't think it is. But anyway, there we go. There we have our issue complete. So that is 92 and 93 done. And we'll be back next week for 94. So that'll go away nicely. The other concern I had, I shouldn't be worrying about things now because we haven't done it yet. These cables at the front, they're going to go to the circuit board. There's hardly any length to them. Now, I'm wondering if I haven't seen Lord Peter Webster in the chat today. I know he's a lot further than me with this build. I'm wondering if you get some sort of extension for these, because if you don't, it's going to be really difficult to try and marry this up with the chassis. But as I say, I can't really comment too much because I haven't done, we're not that far yet. But like these headlights, that's the length of the wires. I'm guessing there will be some sort of extension that we will be using for those. So, right, let me change my camera and go through this last bit of chat, and then we can go through what's coming up. So Mark says, hi Ron. David Bassett says, evening, so Dave, DS models and Ron. Ian says, hi David Bassett. Ron says, I am improving my health and will be able to get back to the bench full time soon. Oh, that's brilliant news. Yeah, I've noticed you've been a bit poorly, haven't you? Not managed to go on some streams, but yeah, be good to see you back. Dave Max says that's good to hear, Ron. Ian says, I'm having loads of internet issues. Been looking at a frozen screen for about 5 minutes now. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Ron says, thanks, Dave. Ron says, hi, Mark. Dave Builds says, looking great, Alex. Sorry, getting there. David Bassett says, great little build tonight, Alex. Well done, mate. Thank you very much. Lord Peter Webster says, I got here late. It's only got extensions from rear, but you have to tip the body to plug the wire in. It's not easy. That's what I was dreading, Peter. That's what I was dreading. Dave Max says hi to Peter. Peter says, hi, Mark. So, yeah. Thanks, Peter, for that. Yeah, I was dreading that. This is going to be a right nightmare. How are you going to balance this up? And, well, we'll soon find out when we get to it, I guess. But, yeah, it's looking good. Dave Matt says, great show and build. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. So, yes. And Peter says, hi, Dave, Matt, and chat. So, yeah, 2 issues special we've done tonight. So, what we got coming up tomorrow is the Bedford show. Looking forward to that. Show you my progress. Only a very little, but yeah, so that's tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock with myself, DS, and Lindsay, Carl Modelling, and maybe Sprue if he's feeling well. So that is tomorrow evening. So I hope you can join us there. It's always a great laugh. Just come and grab a coffee, chill, and yeah, get involved in the chat. Sunday we have Mark's Partwork live show, Mark and Kev. That'll be on Sunday at 7 o'clock. And then I believe after that, unless I'm getting all this wrong, I believe after that will be Danno's Universe, and he'll be doing the Eddie Stobart with DS Models. So yeah, look out for that on Sunday after the Partwork live show at 7 o'clock. So yeah, 7 and then 8 for Danno. Then that brings us to Monday with Julie over at Yorkshire Crafter. Should be doing more of the Disney Dolls House. So yeah, go and check out and support Julie with that. And yeah, it looks really good, that build, but a lot to do in these later issues. So yeah, come and support Julie for that, please. Then after that, back with me for more La Ferrari on. After that, either 8 or 8:30, I'll know on the day. I'll find out. All depends on how much Julie's got to do in the issue she's got. So yeah. That being said, I think that's about it. I haven't mentioned for a long time, but if you want to support me in any way, there is a Patreon link in the description. I don't really offer anything for it at the moment, but I'm open to any ideas what I could do. Sort of exclusive videos are out of the question because I do live shows, but if anyone's got any ideas, but thank you so much to those that are subscribed, a Patreon already supporting the channel. It means a lot. Thank you very much. You see that on the credits at the end of every show anyway. And also my Amazon wish list is in the description below as well if you want to support me in any way at all, such as Peter Webster, who sent me a lovely gift not long ago, which I've been using and love. So just it's more content for the channel, so thank you so much again. So yeah, Lord Peter Webster says, like I said, not easy. Yeah, definitely. David Bassett says evening to Lord Peter Webster. Ron says hi, Lord Peter. Lord Peter says hi, David and Ron. David and Ron. Mark says hi, Danno at 8 p.m. Yep, perfect. And then Lord Peter Webster, 66 Batmobile sent out, got email. Oh, amazing. Yeah, there was questions about that, wasn't there, on the Partway Live show? We weren't quite sure, so you got your email. So that's cool. So if you've ordered the Batman 66 Batmobile, hopefully you'll start having your emails for dispatch. So yeah, that's it for me tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and all the links are in the description. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow evening for the Bedford show. So I hope to see you all there. So yeah, it's good night for me.